If you're like me, you probably don't like to eat a lot of vegetables. Now, it took me a really long time for me to actually start enjoying eating vegetables, but it wasn't something that I really wanted to do to start off with. And so because of that, I had to come up with creative ways to be able to incorporate more vegetables into my diet. And the research shows that all across the board, everyone always agrees that eating more vegetables is better for your health and for your body. They're loaded with a bunch of nutrients, fibers, and minerals that will help your body to function and to heal and to recover. And because of this, I want to go and give you 5 ways that you can start to incorporate more vegetables into your diet. Tip number 1 is to drink your veggies. Now, if you can go ahead and get a juicer or a blender, you can really start to get a lot of the nutrient-dense vegetables, so things like the spinach, the kale, the broccoli, or even celery. You can start to blend in a lot of those vegetables and you can start to pull in the nutrients so you can start to drink them. Now, the best thing that you can actually do is get either fruits or juices that you can start to mix in with it, so that way when you are drinking it, it actually tastes a lot better and you're not trying to struggle through eating a lot of those vegetables. Now, you can get into a lot of the complications, whether you want to do juicing or whether you want to do blending, which is better for it. If you blend it, is it putting too much oxidation into it? There's a lot of different debates, if you want to call it, and which is better. But the reality is, I'm not trying to go into the complications of which one's better for you. The reality is, I'm trying to get you into just consuming more vegetables into your diet, because I know a lot of people are actually not doing it at all. And the best part about juicing or blending or drinking your veggies is that you can take them on the go. So whether you're on your way to work or on your way to school in the morning, or you just need a mid or afternoon snack, stick it in the fridge for later. You can take these anywhere you go, and it's a quick and easy way to just drink your vegetables and get some of those nutrients into your body. The second tip to actually incorporate more vegetables into your body is to meal prep. Now, there's that popular saying that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Now, meal prepping is helping you to prepare yourself for success. In his book, Atomic Habits by James Clear, he says that if you want to start a new habit, such as eating more vegetables, you need to make the new habit very obvious and make it more attractive. And you also have to make it very easy. Now, in order to actually eat more vegetables, what you want to do is, as you're meal prepping, you're going to load up a bunch of vegetables in advance, because when you're getting hungry and you're in the office or you're somewhere else and you have to eat something, if you've already prepared that meal in advance, that's your next obvious choice to eat. Now, the biggest thing is you have to make it easy. So again, meal prepping makes it very easy for you. So whether you want to make salads in a jar, or you want to make some casseroles, or whatever it is that you're trying to do, if you can make it very easy for you to have access to, you're going to start to eat more vegetables in advance or in the future. There's so many different options that you can actually choose when you're meal prepping, but the reality is, it just takes a little bit of effort and a little bit of work to do some research, whether you go on Google, whether you check out Pinterest, whether you search on Instagram. All you have to do is just search for different recipes that you can cook in advance for meal prepping, and you can start to incorporate really good, delicious tasting plates or meals that actually incorporate a lot of vegetables in them. The third tip I have for you is to have a variety of vegetables. One thing that many people struggle with when starting to eat more vegetables is they don't know which veggies they do or don't like. Now, experimenting can really help to keep things interesting, and it can actually help you to find vegetables that you actually really enjoy. Don't just stick to the traditional broccoli and spinach. You want to start to broaden your horizons by trying things like Brussels sprouts, things like bok choy, things like jicama. There's so many different choices that you have, and the list goes on and on and on. It just takes a little bit of work to experiment and to do some research to see what are your options to actually try. Now, you can find a lot of good options when you go to things like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, but if you start to broaden your horizons by venturing out into different stores or grocery stores, things like the Asian market or the Latin markets, or just go into your farmer market and check out to see what options they have. Just start going to different places and start to experiment and see what different types of vegetables are actually out there. I kid you not, I actually went into an Asian market one time and I felt so intimidated, I felt so lost. I didn't understand what was actually on some of these ingredients because it wasn't in English. And so I did struggle when I first went in there, but as I started going into those stores more and more often, I felt more comfortable and I was able to experiment and see what types of foods and vegetables that I actually enjoyed, the things that I've never tried before ever in my life. So I encourage you to go out there, try new veggies, try different types of vegetables that maybe you've never even heard of, so you can start to find out what it is that you actually enjoy, so you can start to get more vegetables into your body and into your life. Tip number 4 is to snack on your veggies. Packing snacks can help you to incorporate more veggies into your life, but it can also help to curb your cravings for junk food as well. Eating things like celery or carrots or different types of veggies between meals can really help to provide a source of energy throughout the day. Another thing that's good about eating crunchy vegetables like carrots or celery is oftentimes it can be a good replacement or substitute for different things like chips or cookies or things that have that natural crunch to them. Sometimes it's not the salt from the chips or the sweetness from the cookie that we're craving. Instead, it's more of the crunch that we get when we bite down into it. So sometimes those vegetables can help to be a good substitute or replacement, and it can be a better alternative and a healthier one that helps to give us more nutrients instead of all of the empty calories that we get from those types of foods. And another benefit that we oftentimes get from snacking on our veggies is because we're snacking throughout the day, we're not going to be so hungry when it comes to eating our actual meals. And so a lot of times when we are not eating throughout the day and we get so hungry, a lot of times that desire and that craving for eating something or anything, it really does tend to lead us into eating more junk food because we're just looking for something quick because we're so hungry or that we're just really starving. And so a lot of times if we're snacking throughout the day and our body is filled with nutrients from the vegetables and the foods that we eat, it can help us to make better decisions in the future when it comes to eating our actual meals like our dinner or our lunch or even our breakfast as well. And the last tip that I have for you is to get creative. Thanks to the internet and social media, there are so many different things that you can actually do in terms of finding new recipes or Googling new ingredients or different ways to cook your food. There's so many different options, even healthier alternatives, things like zucchini spaghetti or things like cauliflower crust. You can find so many different options to really help you to incorporate different types of vegetables into your life so you can actually have more nutrients based from your food as opposed to a lot of these empty types of calories. It all comes down to just getting creative, trying different types of foods and vegetables, and really just making it a fun experience for you and your family or your friends. You can make it part of your date night, or you can just make it a fun event where all of your friends come over, bring in a bunch of different dishes so you guys can all try new types of things. It just takes a little bit of work and a little bit of effort to just get creative so it can be something that everyone can enjoy and have fun while they're doing it as well. And that's it, guys. I really hope this video helped you in finding new ways to try to incorporate more vegetables into your life. Now, I know you can get a lot of complication in terms of which vegetables I should start to eat, which ones should I avoid, but the reality is that can get really complicated and it can make it even harder for you to start incorporating more vegetables into your life. So make it easy, make it simple, make it fun for not just you, but all those around you as well. So I hope this video helped you. If you did like this video, click that like button, subscribe to our channel to follow us and watch more videos like this in the future, as well as click that bell button. Make sure you're notified of new videos just like this so you can see more health tips and adjustment videos from us in the future. God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.